Joe Hopkins here for another instrument review. I've got something interesting this time, right? It's a little bit different. It must have been, I don't know, about 2 years ago. My little girl kept bugging me to get her a violin because, you know, I have a violin. I'm not the best violinist out there, but she likes it. She thought it sounded cool. And I have a small violin. It's like a half size, I think, and it's still too big for her, right? At the time, she was, I guess, just turning 5. And I needed to get something, so I looked online. They have violins going down to like 1/32 size, but I mean, that's a little too small. I found a little 1/8, a 1/8 size violin, and I bought it for her. It's by Startone. Startone, however they pronounce it, and it is their 1/8 violin, and it's exactly the right size for a 5-6-year-old girl, right? She liked it, except she liked the idea of it. Well, first I'll just go over the features of it. It's a fully functional 1/8 size violin. Feels pretty solid, decent wood. I love the smell of instrument wood, you know? Anyway, it's fairly well crafted, the body and neck are, and feels nice, looks good, you know? So for a young student violinist, you know, it's pretty good stuff. It comes with a little bow, 1/8 size, a decent hard case, and all that for about $60, right? Pretty good deal if you ask me. It's not bad at all. And I mean, it's got a decent sound to it. It even has comes with the little chin rest on it, like most violins do now. I ended up buying one like the shoulder rests. I can't find it now, but I got one of those on Amazon. They were cheap. So, you know, the good part would be that it is affordable, definitely affordable, at $60. And, you know, at the time, Thomann shipping was pretty good, and God willing, it will be again after COVID is all said and done. But, you know, their shipping was pretty good, and they would combine shipping, and I was already ordering some other things, so I just, you know, added this on. So it was just an extra $60. And it's definitely a good little violin in a lot of, I mean, it feels like it should be a good violin. Now, here's the downsides. I've had trouble keeping this in tune. I mean, it is legitimately a fight to keep it in tune. And I've been messing with it for 2 years now. I didn't just buy it and have trouble with it. I've been having trouble keeping it in tune to the point where it is almost, it's very difficult for my kid to play. She actually has lost interest, I think partly because of the issues with this. Another issue is the bow. I can't get it to hold rosin, right? You can't, this is all you get. You get nothing because I can't get the bow to hold rosin. It came with rosin, actually. It came with rosin, a bow, and a hard case, and I can't get the bow. It doesn't matter how much I try to rosin it up. Now, I have another bow. I have a better bow, and you can tell I can get sound out of it if I use a better bow. It seems to be the bow, right? Now, like I said, it's kind of hard to keep it in tune, to get it in tune and keep it in tune. I mean, I think that's something that's manageable. You could work around that. The bow is a real problem. If the bow is anything like the one we got, you're going to have to buy a new bow. Now, like I said, I already had a bow, right? I have a couple of other violins, so I had a bow. And I mean, it sounds, it actually, I got to back up from the mic, it's a little loud. It's already falling out of tune. You know, I'd play something, let me try. I'm not a great fiddle player, I'm not that good, and it really is already falling out of tune. You can see it's already falling out of tune. But it sounds good. I do have to give it that. It's a solid instrument. with a good sound. With a new bow, I don't know. I've even tried like 3 or 4 different kinds of rosin. I have different rosins. So I had like 3 different kinds. I tried them all, and I can't get the bow. This little bow, I can't get it to rosin up. So I'd say likely, if it's anything like mine, you buy one of these, you're going to have to get a new bow. And you're going to have to mess with it to get it in tune. It takes a while to get it initially in tune and then to keep it in tune. And you can tell it's already starting to fall out of tune. And I mean, I just tuned it up just now. But I think with some work, just fiddling with it, you can fix that issue. Other than those 2 things, the tuning and the bow, it's actually a solid little fiddle. And like I said, I mean, you could tell when it actually has a good sound to it. Yeah, you know, I like it. I think it sounds pretty And honestly, along with the fact that I'm not the best fiddle player, it is a bit of a struggle for me to play something this small. For those of us with normal sized fingers, a 1/8 violin is difficult. But for a kid, that's exactly what you want. Because the one I had this one, which was really too big for her hand. This is like a half size. You can see the difference. I mean, this is a good bit smaller. So there you have it, man. The Startone 1/8 violin. I'll put a link in the description below to where you can buy one of these. I don't know if they sell these anywhere other than Thomann. I haven't really looked. I know they sell them on Thomann. I imagine you could look for them elsewhere and see if they have them. But I mean, it's a decent violin. I think mostly it's the bow I have issue with. And like I said, it does kind of... It gets kind of difficult to keep it in tune. I think if you fiddled with it enough, you could get it there and get it to stay. My main issue is the bow. But it's for $60. I mean, I'm not expecting the world here. I am fairly pleased with it for a $60 violin. It sounds decent. And, yeah, it's the right size for small fingers. So, hey, if you got a kid that wants to start taking an instrument, and there you go. There's a student instrument you can start with for $60. You know, especially to get started on the violin. That's a pretty decent deal, I think. If you did have to buy a new bow, I don't think that would be that much more. You know, you could find those on Amazon, get something a little bit better. But overall, not a bad deal at all. I hope this was informative. If it was, hey, click subscribe. I do these types of reviews on all kinds of different things all the time. So I love you guys. I'll see you next time. You know, get a little violin for your little ones, man. Peace out. Bye-bye.